G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Now today I am going to attempt the dragon flower again. My last dragon flower was okay, but I got my petals in the center look a bit smushed. I think my white might have been a bit heavy. And also this was done using the Let's Resin 4-hour resin, which did work really well. But the lovely people at Resin Pro have sent me some Art Pro to play with, so I am using that. So I have got my white mixed up here. It's a little bit more opaque than I would do for my Larimar, but you can see it on the stick there. And I got new sticks. I got a black stick so you can see what white looks on a black stick. So annoying when people show you a white paste on a white stick and they go, oh look, yeah, no, can't see that. Can't see how transparent it is. All right, so that's that. Now, with the dragon flower, you need your white, which I'm going to tint with some yellow, a dark and a light. So similar to the Larimar effect, you need your white, your dark and your light. And this is Octopus Fluid resin inks. They're not alcohol inks, they are resin inks. Let's try 3. This is the lemon. We'll see how that goes. So instead of having white, I'm just tinting it so it's got a little bit of colour in it. And we're going yellow. So we're going yellow and brown today. And if you're wondering what that is over there, it's my little bumblebee. I've been putting bees and dragon flies, lady beetles, all kinds of things in my resin lately, and I couldn't really think of a way to make it stay where I wanted it to go and to lie flat. So I just used this little pouring cup and I put some UV resin in it. I put my little bee in it, coated it with some more UV resin, and popped it under my little UV, oops, why are you sticking? Under my little UV light. Oh gosh, it's sticking a bit. Oh, anyway, it's all right. So there's my little bee, like that. I need to trim up that little edge there. So I thought maybe this would work better because I put things in the middle and then they don't stay in the middle. So I thought maybe this would work. Well, that's probably not going to work very well because it's not sitting flat now. Probably should have done it the opposite way, as in face down rather than face up. Anyway, it looks pretty good. Just going to try and get him to sit flat. See, if I'd done it the other way, where he was face down, the flat bit would be the top. Now, I have saved a tiny little bit of, I think it'll be all right. Saved a tiny little bit of clear resin here. Oh, I've also got some in here, but I put it aside just so that I wouldn't forget. And I'm just going to pop that in the center. This is my large, chunky live edge mold that I'm using today. And with the Resin Pro, now I'm going to put that down, face down. I've glove out of the way. With the Art Pro, it's a 3-to-2. So I mixed up, here you go. I mixed up 125 grams of A, let's make sure I've got enough under there, and 85 grams of B. See, this should stop. Oh, don't do that, Julie. Put it over there. Put it over there before you torch it, silly woman. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's a 3-to-2. Let's just pop that down. I just want to make sure I don't get any bubbles under it. So that can just sit there. So yeah, hopefully it'll look nice. Hopefully. Is that the center? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, there's my white. Right, now for the clear I'm using papaya, which is kind of like an orange. Let's try... We'll try 3 drops of that in there. So that's going to be my light. We'll see how that goes. just needs to be coloured. It doesn't need to be very dark at all. It's basically still a clear, but just with a little bit of colour in it. And then my dark is going to be espresso. Oh, God, sticky resin. Let me squirt some alcohol on my gloves there. Right, espresso. And let's have a look. Try that. I don't know if I want to add any black to it. I'll see what it looks like. Here's a white stick. See what it looks like first. May need to add a drop of black, but I don't really. It's a pretty dark color anyway. If you're using a light color as your dark, you definitely, well, I think you definitely have to add a bit of black, but it's a very dark color, so maybe I don't need to. I'm just going to clean my sticks so that we can get those streaks off. See what it looks like. Now I'm still learning. I did the resincourses.com course for the Dragon Flower and the Larimar and a couple of others. But they use different products to what I can get in Australia. So I just kind of had to tweak it and practice and do my best. Right, so there it is. It's still transparent. It looks very dark in the cup, but still transparent. And we'll see how that goes. Alrighty. Okay, see how that goes. Now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to pour my my dark around the edge. If you do want this particular mold, I will link it down in the description for you. Stop! You're supposed to be leaving a space. It is leaving a space. Okay, so now I'm going to pour all this in. I am going to pour it all in. When you do the resincourses.com course, they tell you to leave some behind to pour in later, but I'm just going to do it all. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work, I'll do it the other way, but I just want to see how this goes this way first, because I'm a rebel with a cause. Okay, now let's do some piping. Now I've got to be careful. I don't want to make my piping too thin, and I don't want to make it too thick, and I have to make sure that I've got some left for the later, for the outer ring. So yeah, it's just a bit tricky. See, this is why it takes practice. Oh, and I'm just videoing my practices, so I can look back on them and see where I went wrong. All right. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do some M's all the way around. Hopefully I'm not making it too thick. Hopefully I'm not making it too thin. That's hard to know. And flipping it over, and we're doing W's. Hopefully it'll start blooming. And flip. M's. Squeezing my cup. It's trying to control how much is coming out, but look, it just comes out. And another row. Could use a piping bag. I'm used to piping bags. Stop there. I don't need to go any further because I've got my little bee anyway. My little bee. Okay, so I've got some left in there, so yay. I have done it previously and I haven't had enough left over. Why is there a hole? Don't be a hole in my petal. There's a hole in my petal, dear Julie, dear Julie. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that to close up a little bit, and then I'm going to come around and pipe my outer edge. So I'm going to put my little UV curing lamp back under my table. I've got a PowerPoint under my table, and I can put my heat gun and my hairdryer and my UV lamp and everything under the dryer, under the bench, so that's good. Right, now while that's just closing up, I'm going to clean up a little bit, wipe down my sticks so that I can use them again. Clean up nicely. They're only plastic. I got them from Amazon, so I'm going to just spray them with a little bit of alcohol after I've wiped off the resin, and then just give them a clean, and there you go. Nice and done. Right, how's that looking? Let me just give it another minute or so. Feel free to fast forward. Like, again, when you do the course, they wait until it's all closed up, and then they pipe around the edge, and then they pour the rest of the clear in. So I'm not really doing that. So I might do my edge anyway, because I'm not waiting for it all to close up before I, do my next pouring of resin into the center, because I've already poured it all in. Okay, another little torch, and then I'll just do this edge again. So basically just going to go around again with my yellow and do some M's again. Oops. Around we go. And this is what gives you that gorgeous outer edge. There we go. Making a bit of a mess. There's my toothpick gone. I'm just trying to get my white to touch, and the yellow to touch the mold, because it's going to kind of anchor it. I think I've got it touching the mold everywhere. It's going to kind of anchor those yellow pieces that I've got there on the edge, and stop them from like moving too far away from the edge, because I want them to kind of stay on the edge, if you know what I mean. So that worked well. I've got a little bit of yellow left, so yay, I didn't run out this time. Okay, so that's basically it. Now I'm not going to do a time lapse because it really doesn't move all that much. It's not like the Larimar where it moves, it continues to move for like an hour. It just doesn't do that. So I'm going to leave you there, and hopefully, cross fingers, it works. I'm not going to do anything to the middle. I'm not going to swirl it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it as is. I can see my little bee down in there, and cross fingers that it works. So I will see you in about 8 hours, I think. I may pop it in my curing machine. It'll be ready in 4 hours, but I have to wait. Leave this here for 2 hours until it stops moving, and I can actually pick it up. Then I'll transfer it into my curing machine. I'll put that on for 2 hours, and then it'll be ready. So 4 hours instead of 8 to 10. All right, see you soon. Okay, guys, it has set. It's looking pretty good. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I just jinxed myself. I can see some brown. I can see some orange. I can see some yellow. So hopefully... Oh gosh, hopefully it's worked. Crunch, crunch, crunch. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. It's nice that I've got some orange in the center actually. Although my bee's in the middle. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Let's just do it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Oh, it's really pretty. I can't see my orange center. Here was I thinking I was going to see orange in the middle, but no. Oh, wow, look. It's actually closed in. Wow. I've got a few bubbles there. All right, so let's have a little look. Let's just break this down. I've got my outer ring, which I usually do. And then I have trouble with sort of my inner ring. But here I've got another ring around the inside, and then we've got some yellow in the middle, and there's our little bee. What do you think? It's again, it's not what I was anticipating. I was after these tiny little petals, you know, in the middle, but I've got 2 rows of bigger ones, which, oh look, it's fine. Every time I do this, I get something different. But yeah, there it is. Yep, pretty much lost all the orange. I can see a little bit of it, like in the edges there. I'll show you in a different light, and maybe we can pick up a little bit more of the orange. But, whoops, fingers in the way. I've always got my fingers in the way. All right, let's go up here. Let's have a look over here. There we go. Look, there we go. Now you can see a little bit more colour. See, it looks quite dark over here under all the ring lights. And then over there, look how shiny it is. So we've got the espresso, the dark chocolate colour, has gone into the middle more. And then our sort of orangey tone has gone to the outside. Round the outside, round the outside. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. I love my little bee. I love my little bee. All right, I'm going to go up here away from the lights, away from the bright lights. I'll come up here. I'll stand here. So this is, when I come up here away from all the bright lights, that's more a true colour of what it looks like. There's my chunky rock edge. They look like, you know, when you're doing upholstery and you put the button in the center and you get that puffy look. It's like that, isn't it, along the edges? Oh my gosh. All right, that's not too bad. I can take that one. I can take that one. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to pop it down here on this bench. Oh, maybe not. Too much glare from the window. So you come around that way more and you can see more orange. We'll go back over here. Go back over here. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And I think I'm kind of done and dusted with the dragon. I may do another one at some stage, but I know other people get better results with the Art Pro, but for me and the Dragon Flower, I've got better results with the Platinum Ultra Clear. So I think it depends where you are, really. I mean, it's cold in Australia at the moment, so maybe the temperature of the resin affects, I mean, I'm sure it does. The temperature of the resin affects, you know, the results that you're going to get. So there you go. All right. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all again real soon for the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now.